Wait for Lindsay. So welcome Karen and Lindsay to our meeting. I'm Jacinta Castiglione. We've had a couple of emails backwards and forwards, so it's nice to be able to actually see each other face to face. So I'll be your assessor for this unit, and I've been working with North Metro TAFE now for about a year, and this is the third time that I've done this unit.
Okay.
So have you done some previous study?
Yep, I've done graphics and teaching.
Great.
Okay, and I've done a bit of nursing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you currently studying anything at the moment?
Just my Cert 4.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
All right.
I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
Well, that's great. So, I'm just asking these questions just so I have a bit of an understanding of, your capacity as a learner,
Okay.
and as the process and the course goes along, we'll get to know each other a little bit better. So the unit that we're meeting together about is the BSB PF 201, which is support personal wellbeing in the workplace. And this unit of competency, I'm going to read this because this is straight from the unit of competency, is about exploring and gaining skills and knowledge required to advocate for and feel empowered about personal wellbeing in the workplace. And it's also looking at factors that are both positive and negative that influence our wellbeing. And in my emails that I've had with you, I've sent the booklet. And if you've had a chance to have a read through, you might have seen that the assessments are all there.
Yep.
So I'm just going to explain what those assessments look like.
Okay.
There are 3 tasks. The first one is a written questions, and that's an open book style. So you can answer those questions whenever you feel, and you can get your answers from whatever source that you like, and that's not in a test, that's done at home. The other one is a self-assessment, and the self-assessment is broken down into 2 sizable chunks. So you might look at it and think, oh my goodness, this looks huge, but it's the assessment 2 is broken down into part A, which is a quiz that you get to reflect on, and that's just yes/no questions and you can add some extra information. And part B of task 2 is where you review some resources for wellbeing, and that's written. Some of the questions in the quiz might trigger a bit of a emotional response for you. Please, if you feel that it's too much or it makes you feel uncomfortable, just email me and let me know, and we can talk things through. The third assessment is broken into 3 parts, and that the third assessment is a communication plan, and part A is the written plan, part B is the meeting where you get to meet with your line manager, and then part C of task 3 is where you review everything. So when you read through that assessment booklet, it might look like a lot, but we've chunked it down into manageable sizes. So and each assessment flows onto each other.
Okay.
I've included also in the assessment booklet the dates for when those assessments are due.
Yep.
So I'm telling you this now, but it will be in the document as well.
Yep.
So assessment 1 is due the 14th of August, assessment 2 the 31st of July, and August. Assessment 3 is the 28th of August. Now you'll notice that assessment 1 is due after assessment 2. So the knowledge questions, you've got a bit longer. You don't have to do those first.
Oh, good.
So
Okay.
the self-assessment, which is quite an easy assessment, that's due first, and then you can work on the knowledge questions. So I'm going to outline the skills that this unit focuses on, and I'm going to read them because they've come straight from the unit of competency. So the assessment focuses on staff knowledge of wellbeing, along with the communication in the workplace. It also focuses on self-discovery and staff identifying factors that affect their wellbeing. And it also, the assessment focuses on finding strategies or tools to use for your wellbeing, and why not you would use them, because it is personal wellbeing. So this is about you. It's not a one-stop fit shop. So I've given you a lot of information there, but I just want to, I suppose, confirm that you understand the process and how things are going to go.
Thank you for saying like where we actually get the content and the information from. So it's a learner guide, is that what you said?
Yes. So for the knowledge questions,
Yeah.
there is the learner guide
Okay.
that you can find
Great.
on our learning management tool,
Yeah.
and all the answers are there.
Okay.
And just be mindful when you are looking at the knowledge questions what the specific instructions are.
Okay. Yeah, and so, because I know, some of my colleagues, when they're studying, they use, ChatGPT, Google,
Yeah.
different resources. So, I'm like quite legit, so I'll prefer to go to the learner guide. So
Yes.
thank you for clarifying that.
That's okay. Yes, and we do have resources where we can check if an assignment's been completely ChatGPT.
Wow.
And this is quite personal, so it will be quite obvious if you have used ChatGPT.
Okay.
The next thing that I need to do is to get your consent that you would like to participate in this course. Okay.
Definitely. Yep.
So I have got, so when you are signing, there's so this is the consent form. So there's some questions here where you are declaring all your different bits and pieces.
Okay.
And some of those I will go through shortly, but I just need to know that I have got your consent, and when you sign this, we can sign it at the end.
Okay.
That's showing me that you've given given your consent.
Absolutely. Yep.
All
Great.
right. While I'm here, it's important in the assessment booklet. Each assessment has its own cover page,
Okay.
and on the cover page, it's your declaration that this is your work, and you've completed it. Just make sure you check, because there's several spots in the cover page, and I've got one here where you have to date it and sign it and date it,
Okay.
and again there's another sign and date.
Okay, but I can see how it could sort of almost be easily missed sometimes.
Yes.
So you've got to really, okay, but good, thanks for pointing that out.
And that shows, that makes your assessment valid. And
Yep.
I know that you've done it within the time frame, and it wasn't done
Right.
6 months ago.
Yep.
The other thing, I suppose, I'd just like to check in now with our work health and safety, if we're all, I suppose, comfortable. Lindsay, you've got water, we're all sitting up nice and straight.
Right.
I think the light is good,
Yep.
and the air temperature's well.
Yep.
And we know if we need to go to the bathroom, it's just through the around the
Corner.
around the
Yep.
back there.
Yep.
As this is a personal wellbeing unit, it is important with work health and safety to make sure we look after our psychosomatic wellbeing. So if you feel that your personal life or even the study is having an impact on your emotional wellbeing, please reach out and let me know, because we we have a few different systems in place where we can support you, and that might mean that you need an extension or something like that. But definitely make sure, even when you're studying, that you look after your personal health and well-being, but make sure you're sitting in a ergonomic chair and you're not sitting for too long. At the end of the unit, when you are deemed competent or not incompetent, you do have the right to appeal. The RTO has a policy and procedure for appealing, and if you feel that you need to appeal, contact me and I can help you work through that process. Also is you get the opportunity to resubmit. So you might get an assessment back from me that is saying not yet satisfactory, and that's exactly what it is. You're not satisfactory yet. And with my feedback, I will give you feedback on where your assessment could be completely missing a component, the answers could be incorrect, or it could be that the evidence you've given or the answers you've given are a bit insufficient.
Okay.
So I might ask you to enrich your answers. So don't be upset if you get a not yet satisfactory. You definitely have attempts to resubmit. And with the feedback that I give you, the resubmit should be easy enough. And you don't have to resubmit. You don't have to do it all again. You just resubmit the part that wasn't wasn't up to satisfactory.
Great.
So just double checking you understand that if you want to appeal, you can.
Yep.
But also if you're not yet satisfactory, you can resubmit.
Okay.
Yep.
Good to know. Yep.
And
great.
when you resubmit, you do a whole new cover page.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Great.
And I suppose just to end, I just want to stress to you that the not yet satisfactory isn't a fail. We here at TAFE definitely support and pursue for all of our students to be able to actually pass and be competent.
Okay.
I acknowledge that's been a lot of information that I've given you verbally, but again, it's all in the assessment booklet,
Great.
so have a good read.
Yep.
And if you need any questions, make sure you ask, and I will try and do that within the 24 hours, definitely within the 24 hours. I'll try and do it as soon as possible because I know students are waiting and they need that answer to be able to move on. So definitely 24 hours.
Okay, great. Thank you.
But yes, send those emails or we can set up a team meeting even. Is there any other questions?
I think so. I think you've covered it all.
All right.
Thank
well.
you so much.
Yeah,
It's really
okay.
clear.
That's all right. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.